Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is exactly what I wanted from a sequel, and then some. You get to play as both Peter and Miles, and switching between them is seamless. The web swinging is even smoother, making it so much fun to navigate New York City. The side missions are varied, and there's a ton of stuff to do from taking down crime waves to finding collectibles. The combat is more dynamic than ever, with new moves and combos for both characters. Each Spider-Man has his own set of unique abilities, so combat stays fresh. You'll find yourself pulling off flashy combos and using gadgets in creative ways. The variety of enemy types keeps things interesting, and boss fights, especially against Venom, are intense. The story is where the game truly shines. It's packed with twists and moments that'll hit you right in the feels. The villains, particularly Venom and Kraven, are well developed and pose serious threats to Spider-Man. You can feel the weight of Peter and Miles' responsibilities, and the emotional stakes are sky high. This is a Spider-Man story that's not to be missed.
I warned you about going after Connors! Now this is on you!
God of War Ragnarok is a massive, beautiful game that expands on the foundations laid in the first game. The exploration is more rewarding with hidden secrets, puzzles, and realms to visit. The levels are bigger, with more side quests that are actually fun and meaningful. The combat is next level. Kratos now has more weapons, each with new movesets and abilities. The ability to switch weapons mid-combat adds a new layer of strategy. And don't even get me started on the runic attacks. There are so many ways to approach fights. The enemy variety is excellent, from the smaller foes to epic boss battles that test your skills. The story is epic and emotional. Kratos and Atreus' relationship is explored in greater depth, as they face new challenges and grow as characters. The game dives into Norse mythology with big characters like Thor and Odin making their mark. The stakes are huge, and the narrative has some jaw-dropping twists that will leave you thinking about them long after.
Remember this. You are not alone.
Horizon Forbidden West is an open-world masterpiece that takes exploration to new heights. The world is massive, filled with different biomes and areas to discover, from lush jungles to dry deserts and the depths of the ocean. There's so much to do, from climbing up tall towers to hunting machines and scavenging for resources. The combat is fun and strategic, with a bunch of new weapons and tools that give you lots of ways to take on foes. You can use traps, fire arrows, and even override machines to fight on your side. Each battle requires a bit of strategy, figuring out weaknesses and using the right gear. The new machines are tough but interesting, and the boss fights are great. The story goes deeper into the mysteries of the old world and Aloy's place in the future of humanity. You uncover secrets that make you question everything, and the new characters are well developed and compelling. The narrative does a great job balancing personal stakes with world-saving adventures. ELDEN Ring is like an endless adventure where you're free to go wherever you want. The map is huge, with so many unique locations, from creepy forests to breathtaking castles and underground dungeons. The open-world design means you can take your own path, making every player's experience feel unique. The combat is classic from Software, hard but rewarding. There's a ton of depth with magic, weapons, and spells, so you can build your character however you want. Boss fights are legendary, and they'll make you sweat with their difficulty. Learning enemy patterns and adapting is key, and each victory is immensely satisfying. Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart is a wild ride that's perfect for quick, fun sessions. You're constantly moving, jumping through different worlds with no loading screens. The puzzles are fun, the platforming is tight, and there's always something new to discover in every level. The combat is chaotic in the best way possible. With a huge arsenal of creative weapons, like the Rift Tether and the Topiary Sprinkler, you're always finding new ways to take down enemies. The variety of weapons keeps things interesting and adds a nice layer of strategy. And of course, the big boss fights are epic. The story is lighthearted but heartfelt. Ratchet and Clank are joined by Rivet, a new character who's just as awesome. There's a nice blend of comedy, action, and genuine moments that make you care about the characters. The story isn't overly complicated, but it's perfect for what the game is trying to do.
We can't be that far.
I have it in my sights!
They have found us, Ratchet. How do I steer this thing? Ask nicely. Slow down, please!
Final Fantasy XVI is a feast for the eyes and ears. The game is full of vibrant, diverse environments that showcase the best of what modern gaming can do. You'll find yourself wanting to explore every corner, whether it's a bustling city or a desolate ruin. The combat system is where this game really shines. It's real-time, fast-paced, and full of epic moments. You can switch between different abilities, combining them into powerful combos. The icon battles are a highlight, huge, cinematic fights that feel like something out of an action movie. The story is darker and more mature, following Clive's journey from revenge to redemption. It's full of political intrigue, betrayal, and deep character development. You'll get invested in Clive's relationships and watch him grow as he navigates the harsh realities of his world. The lore is rich, and the twists keep you on your toes. Resident Evil 4 Remake is a perfect blend of old and new. The environments are more detailed than ever, and the atmospheric design pulls you right into the horror. There's a nice balance of exploration, puzzle solving, and moments that keep you on edge. The combat feels modern, but keeps that classic survival horror feel. The shooting mechanics are more refined, so you can actually feel the weight of your shots. There's a mix of close combat and ranged attacks that keeps you thinking on your feet. And the enemies? They'll surprise you, especially with their new AI. The story sticks pretty close to the original, but with updated dialogue and character interactions that make it feel fresh. Leon's mission to rescue the president's daughter gets even more intense, with more depth added to certain moments.
What is that? What do we do?
The Lost Lambs are escaping. We need to go!
Demon's Souls on PS5 is everything fans of the original wanted and more. The world is beautifully designed, from the spooky, fog-filled areas to the stunning architecture of the castles. The exploration is a mix of tense and rewarding, with hidden areas to discover and shortcuts to unlock. The combat is brutal but fair, a hallmark of From Software games. You'll find yourself perfecting your blocking, dodging, and timing with every fight. The new visuals make everything pop, and boss fights are even more terrifying and satisfying to conquer. The story is subtle but captivating. You piece together the lore by reading item descriptions and exploring, and it adds a layer of mystery to your journey. You feel like you're uncovering the dark secrets of Boletaria step by step. It's not the main draw for most, but it's definitely compelling for those who love deep lore. Ghost of Tsushima. Director's Cut takes an already amazing game and makes it even better. The new Iki Island expansion gives you more to explore, with new environments and side quests that make the experience feel even richer. The open world is a stunning mix of vibrant landscapes, rolling hills, and beautiful cherry blossoms. The combat in Ghost of Tsushima is visceral and strategic. You can go full samurai, slicing through enemies with precise strikes, or choose stealth and use the environment to your advantage. The combat system is deep, with stances and weapon upgrades that let you approach each fight in different ways. The story of Jin Sakai's struggle between samurai honor and adapting to new tactics is powerful. The Iki Island expansion adds a whole new layer to Jin's journey, with more personal stakes and emotional depth. The character development is top-notch, and you can't help but root for Jin as he battles not just enemies, but his own doubts.
If you stray from this path, what will you become?
Returnal is a roguelike that's as thrilling as it is challenging. The world is ever-changing, with new layouts and threats each time you die and respawn. The level design is creative, with different biomes, hidden paths, and the constant sense that something could jump out at you at any moment. It's a game that rewards exploration, but you need to be quick and adaptive. The combat is intense and fast-paced. The weapons you find are varied and powerful, and you'll need to get comfortable with their unique firing patterns to survive. The game does a great job blending shooting mechanics with dodge and weave gameplay, keeping you moving constantly. Each encounter is a dance of reflexes, timing, and strategic use of the environment. The story in Returnal is deep and mysterious, focusing on Celine's journey as she unravels the secrets of the alien planet, Atropos. It's full of cryptic messages and hidden lore, making you piece together what's really happening. The narrative is haunting, touching on themes of isolation, loss, and the human need for understanding.